The state budget was late, but don't worry, officials got their raises on time. In Philadelphia and beyond, homeowners are staying put. Here's what happens when you go to the airport without a real ID. Plus, a good deed in Point Breeze. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. The state budget was delayed by 135 days, which forced some schools and nonprofits to do things like reduce staff or take out high-interest loans to keep things functioning, reports PennLive. But don't worry, lawmakers got their pay raise right on time. Officials received a 3.25% boost to their salaries on Monday, which amounts to an extra $113,500+ to their base salary. Governor Josh Shapiro, too, will see his salary go from over $245,000 to over $253,000. The legislature's pay increases happen automatically, so there's no vote. Only legislators in New York and California make more than those in Pennsylvania, with the national average salary being $47,904. Philadelphia homeowners are staying put, reports Axios Philadelphia. Only 1.8% of homes in the Philly metro area changed hands in the first 9 months of the year, according to Redfin, one of the lowest turnover rates in the country, which is down in comparison to 2019, which saw a turnover rate of 2.6%. And this isn't a Philly-specific issue. Homes are selling, quote, at historically low rates, unquote, nationwide as homeowners stick with cheaper mortgages, and as economic uncertainty keeps potential buyers off the market. Nationally, the turnover rate was about 2.8%, the lowest it's been in at least 30 years. If you show up to the airport without a real ID while flying domestic, or a passport or another acceptable form of ID, here's what'll happen, states CBS local Pittsburgh. The U.S. Transportation Security Administration announced this week that, starting on February 1st, people without the aforementioned IDs will get charged $45 to have their identities confirmed through a verification system called TSA Confirm ID. This would happen upon check-in and prior to entering security lines, but the process will vary from airport to airport. The agency confirmed it'll work with private vendors to allow for people to pay for the screening process before they arrive at the airport, too. Should it go through, the fee verifies passengers for a 10-day period. Then you'll have to pay it again. A TSA official explained that this is all so that travelers and not taxpayers foot the bill for the system. Travel expert Julian Keel, on the other hand, says this policy creates, quote, a bizarre situation where your identity expires like a carton of milk. Elaborated he, quote, after those 10 days pass, you're back to square one, forced to pay another $45 even though nothing about your actual identity has changed. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments or at todayinpa at PennLive.com. Emma Fox Lambert of Philadelphia's Point Breeze neighborhood lost her purse and wallet the other day, says Fox 29, although she didn't realize it at the time. Then one day she went out to check her mail, and what did she find? Her missing purse and wallet. She still had no idea she lost them. She initially thought she left them outside all night. But then after checking her doorbell camera footage, she saw two strangers trying to return her belongings, then putting them in her secured mailbox when she didn't open the door. Who these Good Samaritans were still isn't known. That wraps up today's episode. For even more Pennsylvania news and beyond, drop by PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast and to leave it an honest review as well. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and tomorrow's another day of Today in PA.